Hey guys, Ambience here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to beat Night 4 on Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. This is probably the hardest night of the main game, and I know a lot of people really struggle with this night, so I'm excited to finally make this guide. Now, before we get into it, I'd like to once again mention my community Discord server. I promise, this is the last time for a while. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows about this. By joining the Discord server, you can get personalized advice on any FNaF game you want. Every now and then, I like to hop into a voice call with a few of you guys and coach you through whichever night you're currently trying to beat. I can identify mistakes and tell you how to fix them, or just give you general advice on what to do. You can also just chill with other members of the community and just talk about FNaF or whatever else. It's really awesome, and I highly recommend joining it by using the link in the description or on my About page. So with that out of the way, let's talk about Night 4. This is a night that relies on precision and game sense, but thankfully has very few RNG components. So let's talk about the basics first. There are 10 spring locks, 5 on each side, 2 at the top, 2 in the middle, and 1 at the bottom. You should think of each of these as being like the music box in FNaF 2. Your goal is to wind them up as much as possible before you have to deal with other threats. I prefer to hold my mouse button down the entire time. You should hopefully have some sort of equivalent to this on other platforms. You're just going to go from spring lock to spring lock, winding one all the way up, then moving to the next one. This takes some precision to get used to. I still tend to overshoot it sometimes. You're going to start at the top left and work your way down one by one. Once you've wound up all the spring locks on that side, spin over to the bottom right and work your way up. You're just going to be going in a square the entire time. Top left, bottom right, top right, and back to top left again. Don't double back for any reason. Don't delay at all. Just follow this pattern the entire time and wind each spring lock to full. Now let's talk about the Minarinas, which are the other threats on this night. So they will climb up the suit. From my experience, one always spawns on the right side first. So what you're going to do is keep an eye on that Minarina climbing up on the right side. I like to memorize the position of the one that follows climbing up on the left side. So whenever I'm on the left side, I can kind of tell how high on the suit the other one is too over on the right side. So what I like to do is just memorize that position, and then once the Minarina on the right gets as high as possible, like not all the way to the top of the suit, but to the point that you can't see its head anymore, preferably, then you're going to wiggle 4 times. So on PC, you're going to do A, D, A, D, and this will 100% guarantee that the Minarina falls off. Like, see, I'm not wiggling as soon as I see the Minarina. I'm just waiting until it gets pretty close to the top, then I'm wiggling, and I get both of them to fall off. This is to maximize the time between the Minarina spawns, and also to make sure that I shake off 2 of them at the same time. So yeah, you're just going to be doing this. A stopwatch is pretty much necessary for this night, by the way. A night in this, well, this night, I guess. This is one of the only time-based sections in the entirety of Sister Location. So it lasts exactly 3 minutes from the time that you can start winding up the spring locks. So that's how long you have to last, is 3 minutes. And it's very important to use a stopwatch here because you're going to shift your tactics a little bit as it gets later into the night. So what you're going to notice is once I get to about 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the night, then what I'm going to be doing, you're just going to be doing this until then. Just wind each spring lock to full and just follow this pattern over and over. Once the Minarina gets really close to the top, then you're just going to wiggle exactly 4 times and guarantee that the Minarina is going to fall off. So you're just going to follow this pattern until there's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the night. And then what you're going to start doing is you're going to limit your max wind of one of these to 3/4 of the way. So pointing at the 3 position on the clock, I guess, that is the spring lock. So you'll see now I'm only winding these to a maximum of 3/4. Sometimes not even that high. Sometimes I'll only do half or just over a half. And then once it gets to about 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 2 minutes and 45 seconds, anywhere in between there, I prefer to lean more on the 230 side, then you're going to start winding the spring locks to a maximum of half. If you absolutely think you can try going a few ticks over half. And then once you get to about 10 seconds left until 6 a.m., I guess you could say, so once you get to 250, then what you're going to be doing, you're not even going to be winding these things to half, right? You're just going to wind them a few ticks. You're going to pay attention to the ones next to it, and then you're going to go to those as soon as they're about to run out. So as soon as they're about to hit that 12 position, going all the way around clockwise, then what you're going to do is shift to that one, and you're going to wind it up. So you don't have to wind these up to full or even half. All you're going to be doing is just trying to stay alive, just keeping these things up. You can wind them to full until 215, then do 3/4. Then once you get to about 230, I prefer to do, then you start winding them up to about half. And then once it gets really close, like you're about 5 or 10 seconds away from getting to 6 a.m., then all you're going to be doing is just winding them up for a few ticks so they're not going to run out immediately. And then you're going to shift to the next one, which is almost going to be out. So that's the key, I think, is a lot of people go for full wines or half wines regardless of how close they are to beating it, and that's just not going to help you. You should also be paying very close attention to where the main arenas are at, even if you can't see them. What I found is that a main arena, assuming that you're wiggling like while they're at the very top, then one typically will attack you a little after 220 into the night, and with most cycles you won't be able to see it, so I'd recommend just wiggling 4 times then. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's night 4. That's really all you got to do. Just keep in mind how much you have to wind up a spring lock at any given time. Pay attention to the main arenas. Remember to wiggle only 4 times, and you will be completely fine. It might take a few tries to get, but you're definitely going to get it eventually. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this guide. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.